You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready,
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
here we go. Check. 60 by punching.
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. He'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Connect. Here we go. Right away. We've got a loose ball. No, the Colts got to it first.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sidelines are best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend, and that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
60 Bison.
First down, play action. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that defense, he puts a sack on the board. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot.
Yeah, we open, and he just hogging the ball.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and forced a 4th down.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
258, 630.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Slot man motioned over. Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Kraft has it. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. All set to go now from the 35. To the air on first down. Rogers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And it's going to be second down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down, Colts.
We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. It's caught at the 4. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Again, Rogers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers, they're stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. First down, he takes the snap. Completed over the middle. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw here. And this one is launched downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down.
Next, let's go now. Back to 60.
He's going to throw it again. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
brings up 2nd and 18 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. Bronco 80.
Here's a throw. Brought in right side. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Go street. Cavity Lions.
3rd and long for him here. It's a big strike downfield to Anguilla.
Good shit.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get some late points and the lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st down throw here by Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
To throw, Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. At the 20. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
That was my fault.
And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Airing it out to start this drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Like
He's going to throw this one. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pass play now. Vacates quickly left side. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And he's going to have a
Good
Los
catch.
Angeles touchdown.
Good shit. Good shit.
The Chargers grab the lead on their first series of the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
We'll take this at the 10. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10. Now Rodgers. He finds OBJ. By a man, he's in the clear. The 40. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts can tie it up after hitting.
They played me. I slaughtered that.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights.
These people are not good anyway, so.
14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a
I'm by myself on the right side.
like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Escapes out to the left. He's calling his own number again. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers take a lead just before the end of the third.
The blocks though.
It looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Begin his return from the 11. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Rodgers going to throw on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Rodgers from the gun. Short pass brought in. Keeps it moving to the 25. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts cut it to 1 late in the third.
And right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they can be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
Sticker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They'll throw to start the drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Rolling out to his left. Going deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through
No,
the
they didn't just play me.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Oh, he's keeping it again. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Ready.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Ready.
Back to throw. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And the Chargers.
18
First
Cardinals.
down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Flush out out to his left. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, okay? You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
49-yard gain on the play. And the Colts, 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 26-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
That play clock running low, and Shane Steichen signals for a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Hey, take 26.
Back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here.
Okay, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
For the 2-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. Catches it at the 1. And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call. And now they're in line for the win. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He rolls to his right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot.
Good shit.
Into the red zone. And he's in, and that's a
They saw
touchdown.
it.
And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word. artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
One final shot here. Has it downfield, working the left. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing.
Good game, y'all.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.